Hey everybody, just setting up. Give me a second here. Smash that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So we're gonna get into some Dragon Lord Frodo. He did a video yesterday, and we're gonna review it. Foodie Beauty is still car cleaning, it seems. Getting ready for maybe a long distance trip. Who knows, but that's what it seems to be. But we're doing DLF, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Smash that like button as soon as you get in here. Thanks for joining me. Really appreciate each and every one of you. And let me share my screen and get started. We finally did get paid, though, today. You've been training for Sunday? Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Ottawa Sunday. Hotel's already booked and everything, so Ottawa it is. All right, so let's get started with some DLF. By the way, trigger warning: you can and do say anything and everything, including homophobia, misogyny, transphobia. Make anti-Semitic comments as usual. This is a DLF stream, so if you're sensitive, then log off now. Hey, Mary B, I'm good. Hey there, Brunette, Hippieista. Hey there, Natural Ginger. Hugh Jazz, Janie. Lynn Smith, Texas Toast. Ami Hami. Rebecca, hi there. Welcome. All right, let's get started. Hopefully the audio in this is pretty good. I hope. I haven't watched it, so cross my fingers. All right, hippies, I'll be live streaming it for sure. Let's see what DLF has for us. Hey, Greg Gubo. Hi there. Amber Garcia, Amy Judy. Hello. I guess this is super early in the morning. He is an early riser after all. If you didn't know that, that's one thing about DLF I can say. He's up super early in the mornings. So this was called, I believe, a can run. Yeah, so that means he collects cans and bottles from all over the place, and he brings them in for, small amount of money. Not a lot, but it's something. Yeah, raw dog alert. Hey, connections.
All right. Oh, bro. So we're not taking the tricycle. We're not taking the adult tricycle today.
Hey, Texas Toast.
Why?
How did I find DLF? Because he was making statements about French Fried Girl. That's how I found him. And then I figured out why he was making these statements, because he was connected to the Chantal verse by way of Chantal herself. That still mods for his channel. The day he got back, she was modding for him. So that's how I found about DLF, and I've been here ever since. That was actually I think the 7th or 8th of January, 6th, 7th, 8th, something like that. I started. Oh, one small moose.
Well, because there's we have a slight problem with the tricycle.
Did it seize?
It's got the tricycle needs to be tuned up, I think.
Yeah, he has a wagon and a tricycle.
I got back from jail, and the one tire is completely flat. And I tried to pump it up, and I don't know if it's because of my pump or whatever, but it's not holding any air.
Okay. So it probably got a slow leak in one of those tires.
So,
hey, Nancy C.
I don't know. And it seems like it's weird too. It looks like the tire is like coming off the wheel. So that's a problem too. And I don't know how to fix that. Plus, that bike needs to be tuned up anyway. The guy said, the guy at the bike shop said it cost $80 to tune up a tricycle. So,
Sub pizzas, Little Brony collection.
I asked my county worker.
No. Hey, Mary.
The other day, if I can get a check for getting my bike looked at, and he said I had to wait till the end of the month for that. So,
hey, Stackish.
I don't know.
Is he dumpster diving? Yeah, not for food, or maybe he will get food. I don't know. I didn't watch this, but yeah, he's gonna look through trash bins and dumpsters for cans and bottles. Is he allowed to cook in his apartment? Yes, of course, Karen. He does cook better than Foodie Beauty for certain things.
Let's see.
Because her cooking is
Plus,
lackluster.
I hate to keep bitching, but
Hey, Bamboozled.
this court shit. This court shit is really wearing on my nerves as well. It's like every week I get a check for $80, right?
Oh.
And I made this mistake when I went to jail. Like, I just completely forgot about it, but...
Wait a second. So he gets a check of $80 every week, I guess, for him to survive because his apartment's paid for. He doesn't pay any utilities. It doesn't pay for anything. And I guess that $80 is supposed to be for his food and, I don't know, maybe some clothing. Or maybe he can ask his counter worker if he needs money for clothing, then he can get extras. Who knows? I guess so. I think so. What do you guys think?
The credit union takes $2 for a quote-unquote maintenance fee. They take it from the savings. And they do that like the last day of the month or something like that. And these people want to put me behind bars for 2 years.
Yikes.
Okay. And so I gotta prepare myself. So when I get my check today, $48 is going straight into my savings.
Okay.
Now, why 48? Well, because if they're gonna put me away for 2 years,
Yeah.
1 year is 12 months, right? Well, and 2 years is 24 months. And if it's $2 a month, then for 1 year it's $24 in fees. So for 2 months,
But wait a second, wouldn't they cut him off though? If he's in jail for 2 years, they're not gonna keep paying him $80 a week perpetually for 2 years. No, they're gonna cut him off. I think, isn't it like there's a 6-month cutoff where they'll pay for your apartment and other things, but after 6 months, if you're in lockup, prison, or jail for more than 6 months, you are done. Like they're getting rid of your shit, or you have to move your shit, or somebody comes and gets your stuff, but that apartment will be gone. Does he have a GoPro? No, he has a yeah, his crew called the Kitties.
for 2 years, would be 48.
True, Nancy C.
So there's that.
Yeah, Frankie. There is that.
And also, too, listen, I'm going to be honest.
His area still isn't bad. It's
I
pretty
don't
good.
like my mom putting money in my commissary, okay? Because
he lives in Buffalo.
She'll do it, but I won't hear the end of it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to deal with it.
Hey, Beantown.
Listen, I try to deal with my mother as least as possible.
True, Frankie. So So I still think this area is a really good area, Buffalo. Like, look at the buildings, look at the homes. It's not, when you're in an area that's kind of seedy, right? So I mean, okay, DLF is in the chat. $48 will cover the fees for the 2 years. Okay, I totally get it. So you are, oh, okay, I get it. Okay, I thought he meant that they would still pay him while he's in the jail, or do they pay you, DLF? I think they still do pay you for 6 months. Clarify this if you can. But what he's trying to say is that he'll take $48 out of one of the $80 checks that he gets and puts it into his savings account, and then they'll take the monies out of that account for the 2 years if he goes away for 2 years. You're not gonna do the full time. That's number one. Two, you're thinking of doing a plea deal. And what's number three? You already served a good amount of time. So I don't know. I don't think you're gonna get more than 6 months, to be honest with you. You could. I'm not there. I don't know your circumstance, but still. I do think that yeah, you might do a couple months at the most, to be honest. So now I get it. The $48 is to cover the 2 years.
And again,
Exactly, Nancy C.
I'm watching this thing from Monty where he's talking to my mother. And
hey, Lara.
Like, it was taking a lot out of me to not fucking flip out. Because a lot of that shit she was saying is again, it's 100% false.
Oh.
And this is why I say.
Hey, friend Prices.
This is why I say that I believe my mother has Munchausen syndrome by proxy.
Oh,
Let me tell
boy.
you something.
Here we go.
I was never diagnosed with that Prader-Willi shit. Nor was I ever diagnosed with schizophrenia either. No, you know what it is?
Can I pause here for a second? Here's the thing with schizophrenia. If you had to deal with somebody who has schizophrenia, there are a lot of signs that you can kind of tell, like they are schizophrenic or something along those lines. Like they'll keep repeating things to you because their thinking and or speech is disorganized, so they can't remember what they said, or they can't differentiate reality where they may or may not have said something, but because they can't differentiate reality, they have to repeat it again in case they didn't say it the first time. So there's a lot of things that's going on, DLF, that makes me wonder that you did have schizophrenia. I just didn't want to say it because it's not for me to say certain things on the internet when I don't have confirmation. But now I do have confirmation. Your mama said you have schizophrenia. You have schizophrenia, DLF, okay?
It's always just been the autism. But it's like, my mom, here's what happens with the Prader-Willi, okay? People with Prader-Willi, okay? Well, here's what happened. She watched a special on people with Prader-Willi, and she saw, oh, look, they eat a lot. Huh, my son eats a lot.
Okay,
Therefore,
DLF.
he has Prader-Willi. That was it. That was the whole thing. So again, she's getting ideas from the television again.
Lynn Smith says he doesn't have Prader-Willi. Living alone, he would weigh living alone, he would weigh 700 pounds and would have died from a burst stomach. This is rather interesting because there's a lot of people agreeing with you, DLF, that you don't have Prader-Willi. Very interesting. You know what? Let's do a vote. Do you believe he has Prader-Willi? Because I'm sure there's some people in here right now that do believe that DLF is right.
Is that one of the questions that shrinks always ask you? Do you think that you receive personal messages through the radio or television? This is why my mother is never allowed to speak to any of my therapists as well, because I was in jail, right?
Okay.
And my mom's all pissed off that I told my therapist. Oh my God, she's all pissed off that I'm telling all to my therapist right now, like to the point that she wants me out of therapy with him.
All right. Great Grebo says he doesn't have Prader-Willi. He would have overeaten until death living alone, Monty. This is actually very interesting that a lot of you, well, I shouldn't say a lot. I say a substantial amount is a more correct term to put here. Or should I rather say a significant amount of you actually think he does not have this, okay? We'll continue.
And that she will find me a new therapist. And that she will go to these therapy appointments with me. Absolutely not. Because then this is how I get Prader-Willi.
All right. Prader-Willi, aka PWS, Prader-Willi syndrome, is a genetic multi-system disorder characterized during infancy by lethargy, diminished muscle tone, which is hypotonia, a weak suck, and feeding difficulties with poor weight gain and growth and other hormone deficiencies. So what she's saying is that he has Prader-Willi where he keeps eating. And that's why he dumpster dives. And she said that what he used to do was go from home to home, like he'd go to her brother's place and eat, and then he would have his own meal or food and eat, and then come home and eat again. And that is why we keep seeing him dumpster diving for pizza. So now there's a lot of people who are like, hey, I don't think he has Prader-Willi, which is actually pretty interesting. Because you would...
This is how I get schizophrenia. Because it's like, she's always done this too. She'll be like, the shrink will be like, okay, Mike. He'll go through the list, as she calls it. Remember that? Remember when I pulled a knife on her? That was actually true.
Okay, all right.
Said, I had to do it because you are not being, you are out of touch with reality. You are being a danger to yourself and the others.
Hey, little Miss Nat.
You are destroying property. And then she makes fun of me for saying that because it's like I'm going down a list. Yeah, I'm doing exactly what a fucking shrink would do. You know?
Hey, Hannibal.
I'm doing the exact same thing the shrink would do. And here's what my mother does. This is how the schizophrenia thing came about. Because she was in a therapy session with me with a shrink. And the shrink asked me, do you hear voices? And I said, no, I don't. And then my mom gets up all in a fucking huff. And it's like, oh, excuse me, doctor. But he knows how to answer that question to manipulate you.
Well,
He does hear voices, doctor.
Well, wait a second. DLF, you did say that you know how to manipulate these tests, right? You did say that. That's why when the night before you were supposed to go into court, which was May the 4th, because we were supposed to go in May the 5th, right? That was the Thursday. You did detail to us that you have the ability to manipulate these tests. So people are still confused about the whole Prader-Willi thing. It's the Prader-Willi syndrome. People have this constant hunger, right? And it leads to eating often and consuming large portions of food. So it can even lead to hoarding food or eating frozen food or even garbage. Like Natural Ginger said, people with Prader-Willi might even eat wood if pushed. So, okay, so let's hear more about this. He's in his 30s. Let's hear more about what Dragon Lord Frodo has to say.
All in a fucking huff. And it's like, oh, excuse me, doctor. But he knows how to answer that question to manipulate you. He does hear voices, doctor. He just don't want to admit it. What the fuck are you talking about? How the fuck do you know if I'm hearing voices or not?
Okay, how many shrinks, psychiatrists, not psychologists, well, I guess psychologists as well, but how many psychiatrists or psychologists did you go to, DLF, and did they say to you that you hear voices? Was that ever a diagnosis? All right, Amara Clinic, Belgium says Prader-Willi is genetically tested, not psych. Okay. And Natural Ginger's agreed, yes, genetic. So, okay. This actually gives more questions than answers, doesn't it? Now we gotta have Mama Scrunch back up on the panel, right?
No, when I talk to myself, I hear my voice because I like hearing myself talk. That's not schizophrenia. That's just me hearing myself talk. And the Prader-Willi thing, she got out. She.
All right, Greg Gruber says yes, it is genetic. Maybe they tested him and she misremembered. Gotcha.
The Prader-Willi thing was all about. She saw this fucking show about people with Prader-Willi. Never heard of it before. And then she gets this idea. She gets this idea in her head that, oh, Prader-Willi people like to eat a lot. My son likes to eat a lot. Therefore, he has Prader-Willi. And I swear to God, we must have went through 4 different like
Hey, Piesta says, I'm not taking up for DLF, but remember back in his day, people did not understand these things. Okay. That's fair. We are diving.
No. That's up. Take that little black glue off your bag. Yeah,
this yours?
Yes, it is.
Oh, sorry about that.
You had to be touching that. You coming in with that trash? Why you over here?
Oh.
I'm just picking up cans. Sorry about that.
You touching that?
I thought it was empties.
Well, yeah, like you have your pizza on the top of a garbage bin, bro. Like, of course he's gonna think it's empty. Come on. I don't know. Like I would have in that situation right there. If you want to hear it again, in that situation right there, I would have probably done the same thing. Like seriously, why is your pizza on the top? I get it. It's on top to like hold it there, but still. Let's see that again. Yeah, that's the pizza place.
No. That's a, take that little black glue off your right. Yeah, take your
Is
right.
this yours?
Yes, it is.
Oh, sorry about that.
You had to be touching that. You coming in with that trash? Why you over here?
I'm just picking up cans. Sorry about that.
You be touching it.
I thought it was empties.
Yeah. I might have thought it was empty too. You know what? That could have gone sideways because, people always want to fight these days. So at least, it ended peacefully.
God, yo.
Okay, I see DLF. Yeah, true. Because people these days they wanna come at you, right? All right, we're off to the next
The
place.
whole thing about the Prater Willie was that.
Vote now on Prater Willie. Does DLF have Prater Willie? 80. Wow, a lot of you are saying no, and 1/5 of you saying yes.
She saw a special about Prater Willie.
Hey, Desiree.
And now she says, oh, because my son likes to eat and these guys like to eat. That means he has Prater Willie. It was never diagnosed with it. And I don't know how many. I must have counted maybe 4 doctors we went to. That would tell us if I had Prater Willie. And each one of them said, they took one look at me and said, no, he doesn't. Because it's more than just, let me tell you something, it's more of it just eating a lot.
Okay. You wonder if Chantal has it. Well, I heard that she doesn't even have an eating disorder, that she just made that up so that she could just eat. Can you confirm this? Greg Gubo, you still here in the chat?
Okay. These people with Prater Willie syndrome.
Okay, PDF file Joe, good to know.
It's not even just about eating, okay? Like I like to eat, okay? But then these people with Prater Willie syndrome, right? Not only do they eat, but they'll eat anything. So it's like it's not just food. Okay? Like you'll start eating like drywall. Okay, you'll start eating like the couch cushions.
Hey, quickie lady.
So until I start eating drywall or the couch cushion or any other kind of unedible object.
Hey, Trippin.
Then maybe you can start saying I got Prater Willie. And plus also too, people with Prater Willie syndrome, they also have, it's not just the eating, they also have physical deformities. Like they look like a lot of them look like they have Down syndrome. Okay? And
In terms of this Prader-Willi stuff, they say that you can actually help with the Prader-Willi syndrome by just learning, number one, about it, having a strict meal plan, encouraging daily activities, setting limits on like food and whatnot, and scheduling regular medical care. So I guess I'm gonna have to look more into this Prader-Willi thing. Maybe have Mama Scrunch back up and try to understand a little bit more.
they're usually very short. Okay? And I'm 5'9", so I mean, I don't consider 5'9" to be very short. Like, I'm talking, these people are like midgets. Okay.
Thanks
It's
for
very
that, the
much
Rose
just
Talk.
Down syndrome with like the added bonus of eating your ass out of house and home. And we went to maybe 4 doctors to get this shit diagnosed or to get me tested for it. And also, too, it's a genetic thing. So, I mean, I guess it's like the same way you would get like Down syndrome, you know, but it is like a genetic thing.
Why is he in a residential area? This is his neighborhood, PDFL Joe. Believe it or not, but this is part of Dragonlord Photo's actual neighborhood.
Like, let's just say a person with Prader-Willi syndrome would not be functioning enough to book their own fucking trip to New York City. Okay?
All right, Natural Ginger's agreeing with you. You think so? He would never have gotten skinny in jail, but then they're setting limits on your food in jail, though, right? It's not like they're gonna keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you. But you know, I get it.
So, oh, what else was she saying? That something about how when I was younger I went into a coma.
Yeah, what
No,
about that?
never happened either.
Really? So what happened then?
No, that never happened.
All right, thank you, Greg Grebo, for this. That Chantal admitted in an old deleted video she got mad and left various doctors when they would not give her the diagnosis she wanted. She is a glutton who is now a drug addict. So there you go. She does have a penchant for deleting videos, and she did on many occasions delete a heap of videos that she no longer wanted to exist because she wanted to retcon whatever she told in the past. And we're seeing a lot of elements of that. The latest element of her retconning was the $15 Walmart sneakers, because she made something up. Even though we have video evidence, you know, we have over 6,300 pages on Kiwi Farms filled with archives of videos, because she likes to say one thing, then say the next, literally the next day even.
Did you notice when she when she was asked about the cold turkey thing?
Yeah.
She actually never explained it. Oh, she explained. She said, "Well, the thing with the cold turkey is, you know, we wanted to tell these doctors what exactly he's thinking. So
Hey, Chrissy.
we always said that. Oh, yeah, if somebody takes his parking spot, he'll get so pissed off and ram into the person behind him." And I'm just like, and she's like, that's all about. You explain nothing about cold turkey.
I see Bamboozled says my boss's daughter has Prader-Willi, very distinctive facial features similar to Downs.
Because I watched the movie and there was no part like that in the movie.
Hey, Riri.
So I don't know. I want to know where did that idea come from? Because she said it came from cold turkey. Okay? That's where she said it came from. She said that idea came from cold turkey. And yet I've sat there and I've watched the movie multiple times, and there's not a part in there where somebody rams into the back of a car because they took their parking spot. There is a part in the movie.
Show one small moose.
Where some guy.
He's going on about cold turkey. He was going on about Prader-Willi. It seems the community as a whole is in agreement with DLF that he does not have Prader-Willi at a whopping almost three quarters. Three quarters of us almost say that DLF does not have Prader-Willi syndrome. Internet T says Chantal has many Prader features: eyes, toes, belly. I can't disagree with that. That is actually pretty true if you look at the pictures. All right. Who's here? Andrea. Hey, what's up?
Some guy hits the back of a parked car. But it wasn't because of a parking spot. It was because he was fighting with his wife or something in the car.
Sure, Kristen.
But that's about it. So what are you trying to say? That autism makes me beat my wife, my non-existent wife. And what was with that guy at fucking 7-Eleven? Get my bottles off your wagon.
Chow Mein says he doesn't have Prader-Willi, but he might have Wet Willy.
And he's all pissed off. He's all pissed off because, I was about to take his fucking beer bottles. Why would he? That's the thing. I've noticed this a lot in this neighborhood. Like, oh, look, there's a fucking backpack just sitting there on the fucking sidewalk.
That's a fair point. Like, he had his bottles right next to a garbage can. That's kind of indicating that based on their dimensions, you can't put it in the garbage can because it has a cover, right? For putting smoke stuff on top. Then you put it beside, which would indicate that you are relieving. What's the terminology for it again? You are giving up ownership of your item whenever you put something in the garbage. That is what you're doing. So whenever you put something in the garbage, it is understood as society as a whole that you're giving up ownership of said item. So anybody can and will take over ownership. So if you put it next to the garbage, it's kind of indicating to me that, hey, you no longer want that item. So I can totally understand why DLF did what he did. Josh says, I'm a disability worker who has supported people with Prader Willi. He may have it very madly. People that have it need physical blocks between them and food. Thank you for this, Josh.
Okay, so I go to look through it because I thought somebody might have lost it. And then all of a sudden, down the fucking street, out comes somebody running towards me. Get away from my backpack. I'm like,
Thank you, J9 McG.
why is it half the fucking block down the street? You know, you should be thankful I was gonna come. Why was his beer just sitting outside like that? It makes no sense.
We get it, DLF.
Why didn't he have like his beer with him?
All right, now to the Sunoco. Hey, wait a second. Is this the Sunoco that they had the fight at? Remember that fight?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's like I'll see like a can. I'll see a can by that fuck. Here's an example. I'll see a can down by that gas pump. Right, so I'll go over there, and the person that belonged to is in the fucking store.
Uh-huh.
I go to get the can. They come out and start yelling at me, saying, "That's my can."
Yeah, we get it, DLF.
Why is it not with you?
Yes, the fight with Officer Yummy. Makati.
That happened to me before.
Oh, yeah, this is the area.
I was at the bus stop.
Yeah, Kidney J.
And there was a woman. Well, I was at the bus stop, and I found a backpack at the bus stop. So I'm like looking through it, and then all of a sudden I start hearing screaming from some woman that's like, I shit you not. I shit you not. Let's get out of here for a second.
Janine says DLF only if he bought it in another store. He may not have been able to bring it in the store. I needed to put it somewhere until he was done. Yeah, but typically you would not want to put it near a garbage bin because then you're establishing or giving an idea to somebody else that you've relinquished ownership of such item. Like, it can be very complicated, but you know what? I totally get his side though.
I shit you not with this. So let's come over here. So
okay, I see DLF. Oh, you're peeing. Are you seriously pissing in public? You nasty. Oh, is he watching you peeing? Yo, that. OMG, that is a pee. I thought you were emptying cans, but you were pissing. You nasty mofo. Don't tell me you pissed. You pissed, didn't you?
I shit you not. This is what happened.
Yo, DLF, you're not in jail anymore, homie.
So
He's got that jail mentality.
say that where I'm standing right now is the bus stop, and there's a backpack at the bus stop.
No, you did not. No, that was way too long. No. Okay, should we go over this? Who thinks he was pissing and who thinks no? That was some sustained drainage there, bro. That was a piss. That was okay. Let's put a vote.
And
was he pissing or was he emptying?
This woman whose this backpack allegedly belonged to, was the same distance as where that yellow thing is in front of the store. So you see like when you pull up those little yellow cones, those poles or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. DLF says it was a full beer bottle. Okay, so you're going to tell me somebody gave up a full beer bottle for some strange reason, and you poured it out that was pretty sustained, eerily similar to somebody peeing, and you were in a position where somebody would pee. You know where you have like a semi-enclosed area where you got the wall, any kind of edge, nobody's around, so nobody might not catch you. I mean, there's too much to this, okay? Way too much to this. I don't know about that. A full beer bottle? Come on.
So basically, from here to the fucking store, it was probably standing
review?
like against a wall talking to something.
All right, we're gonna review this because people want to know. Okay, DLF, people want to know. So let's go back. And where was it? It was like right here. Okay, we're gonna go right here. We're reviewing this.
So,
where's the beer bottle? You're overthinking it? Man, that's pretty sustained, bro. Oh, man. Maybe I did overthink it. All right, let's go back to what he was saying.
I shit you not. This is what happened. So let's say that where I'm standing right now is the bus stop, and there's a backpack at the bus stop. Okay?
All right.
And I'm looking through it. This woman whose this backpack allegedly belonged to was the same distance as where that yellow thing is in front of the store. So you see like when you pull up those little yellow cones, those poles or whatever. Yeah. So basically, from here to the fucking store, it was probably standing like against a wall talking to something. And the bag was like right here.
All right.
And she gets all pissed off. That's my bag. Why is it all the way the half a block away?
Hey, DLF, what time of day was this? Because you uploaded this yesterday, which makes me think this was still yesterday. So this was a Thursday, super early in the morning. It looks like light is just breaking through. So what time was this? Like 6 a.m. or something? Was it 6 a.m.? Should it be? Or was this like at nighttime? Can you give me a heads up? But if it's nighttime, why isn't there any traffic? It makes me think it's more daytime, and that's why that place is maybe more a 24/7 place. Why the hell is dudes doing it up so early during the day? I got questions. Has to be in the morning. No, this has to be in the morning. There's no traffic. It has to be. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's the other thing my mom said. My mom says that the reason I dumpster dive is because I have Crater Willie. No, the reason I fucking dumpster dive is because I'm cheap.
Shelly Ray says, now this is content reviewing if DLF was taking a piss. Thank you, Shelly.
That's all.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Ketchup popsicles are out. Yeah, you're right.
That was the entire reason. It's because I'm cheap.
All right.
That's it.
Facts, Marie.
And what was the other thing she was saying? Oh, she said a lot of dumb shit. Oh yeah. Sticking up for my dad for liking little girls' TV shows. Let me tell you something, okay?
All right. So if you don't remember, he was watching. Was it Hannah Banana and iCarly? Right. I believe it was both. And then he was making crude sexual references, as DLF would put it, about these young ladies, these underage ladies. But how DLF's Mama Scrunch put it, it was that it was awkward, it was kind of weird, but it was a bonding moment with DLF's dad and his son, because he was trying to figure out his son, I guess, um, sexuality wise. I don't want to say sexual because that makes it seem as if it's completely weird, but you know what I mean, right? He was trying to do the whole birds and the bees thing with his son, but it came off super awkward because it was Hannah Banana and iCarly. But let's go. Let's see what DLF has to say about this situation.
Okay. Let me tell you something about that. Ow. Let me tell you something about that, okay?
My bad, Hannah Montana, not banana.
All right, fine. I'll stop calling him a pedophile, okay? But in the meantime, you really have to think about how this looks, okay?
All right, we're thinking about it.
Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just something that he likes. Okay, fine. But you also got to remember something. I got to remember how this looks, okay? So, here's what happened with that. My dad was watching Hannah Montana.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you look up when Hannah Montana was on the air, okay?
Is he dragging a ball and chain? No, he's dragging a red radio flyer wagon. You know those pull cart wagons from back in the day? They used to make them in metal and spray paint them, typically red or any other color. But nowadays they're all made of plastic.
You will see that the broad that plays Hannah Montana was always between, I think it was either 13 to 17 or 14 to 17. But at the time of shooting that show, she was underage.
Okay.
Okay? Now, child porn laws, okay? Child porn laws go by the age that the kid is when
the footage was shot.
the child porn was shot. Like,
Yeah.
for example, let's say there's a video.
Head to other
Let's say
times.
there's a CP video out, and it's got you in the video, right? You're grown up. You're 30 years old now. Okay? Whoever made that video can still be charged. Okay? Because you're still making CP. Okay? It doesn't matter how old a person is today. No, it's all about when it was made. Okay? Now,
Well, what's the statute limitations for CP? I hate bringing this up. I don't know why. Why do you keep talking about this? But what's the statute? Is there a statute of limitation for CP? Because I know there isn't for red rumming somebody, but is there for CP? I'm trying to quickly look this up. I don't know. But also DLF, what were you hiding? Do you know that most should I say most? Is that a yeah, I think for many, I should say many. For many non-capital offenses, the statute of limitations in the USA is 5 years from the date when the crime was committed, for the most part. So, what is it you're hiding, DLF? Has it been more than 5 years, or are we going to have to wait a little bit more?
straight. Oh, they're golf balls. Any golf balls? So it all is determined by when the girl is the age that was recorded. So if a little girl makes, has a CP video on her.
Bamboozle says no statute for CP. Nancy P, Uncut Gems Nancy P says, is DLF giving a TED talk or something? It seems he likes to use these because he knows I review them to get his point of view across. Because I've noticed exactly why he likes me reviewing these. Because then he garners and gains an audience, right?
At 8, and she's 30 now. That doesn't make it legal now just because she's of age. Okay? Now, the other argument with this is that, but you were 15 when Hannah Montana came to be. No, do the math. I'm 38 now. I already did the math.
Okay, DLF.
You look up, and everybody on here can confirm this too. You look up when you look up the ages of the actresses that were in that show. Okay, then you compare it to when the show was filmed. Okay, and you'll find out that when the show was filmed, the actress was between 14 and 17 or 13 and 17, I forget. But either way, no matter what Hannah Montana episode, and the same for iCarly too. No matter.
All right, PDF Aljo's loss. What does Hannah Montana have to do with this? He's refuting all the allegations and statements made by Mama Scrunch, well, almost all of them. Some he did actually not try to dispute, which one would be the drawing of the knife. But he's basically saying that awkward incident between him and his father, where he was making crude references to Hannah Montana, not Hannah Banana, and iCarly. Wasn't a birds and the bees type of bonding incident that his dad tried to make it seem, or his rather Mama's Crunch tried to make it seem as, but it was his dad being creepy, if I could put that word out there, and he's trying to explain it as it was. So let's hear him what else he has to say. Let's go.
No matter what Hannah Montana episode, and the same for iCarly too. No matter what
Yeah, this is
episode
about
you're
his dad.
watching, they're both underage. Okay, so when you are watching Hannah Montana or iCarly, you are watching an underage girl. Okay, so you look up my age, 38. Okay, and then you compare my age to how old I would be when that show was on the air.
Yeah, this is about his dad.
And it turns out that I was in my
Canadian.
mid-20s when that show came out. So
that's whole thing is that Hannah Montana and iCarly are kid shows. Okay, DLF, you're making it seem as if it's like some sort of CP thing. It's not. It's a freaking kid show, the both of them.
So if I was in my mid-20s and my dad's saying, that's a hot little girl. First of all, right there, he's acknowledging when you say hot, what you're doing is you're sexualizing somebody. So a hot chick, right?
Okay, like how you say broads, DLF. Is he still in here? I haven't seen him. Okay, he still is here. Okay, gotcha.
A hot woman, a sexy woman. Okay, you're sexualizing them by saying hot or sexy. Okay, it's not the same thing as just that's a cute baby or something. That's not the same thing. But saying that he's acknowledging first and foremost that she is in fact a little girl. Okay.
Okay.
Little girl. He's sexualizing a little girl that we've already established that while that show was being filmed, that girl was between 13, she was underage. Let's just say that.
We are literally gone in circles on this topic over and over and over, DLF. Like, come on, we get it.
And when that show was being filmed, I was already like 25 years old or so. And also, my dad's like, well, that's because I was trying to see if you were gay. First of all, you couldn't just have the fucking common decency to just, like, I don't know, ask.
He has a point. Could just ask.
And it makes no sense when he said it, too, because I really don't know when it was, but I believe it was around the time I was dating Amy. So, for a point of reference, the first date me and Amy had was at the Bandits game, and it was in February because it was supposed to be like a Valentine's Day Bandits game.
Yeah, okay.
Bullshit. The fucking indoor lacrosse team
See ya,
from
bamboozled.
Buffalo. Because she's all into the Bandits, the Buffalo Bandits. Oh, look at the Buffalo Bandits play. Look at John Tavares.
If you don't know who Amy is, Amy was his girlfriend at the time. Was Amy blind? She's not blind, but she does look like Peter Pettigrew.
Look at what was that one? What was the other guy's name? Steinhaus or something like that. I don't remember. But the time I dated Amy, it was around. It had to have been. It was the time. It was the day that it was like maybe a day or two after we had that plane crash in Buffalo, or like in the suburbs of Buffalo, that nobody seems to fucking shut up about.
We did look that up.
Because every fucking year we have to hear about this. And I'm fucking tired of hearing about it, for real. Every fucking year since it was this plane crash that happened. I want to say it was in Clarence.
Smash that like button for me, everybody.
But
I know that Foodie Beauty is back driving to my friends and singing, but she put A and F singing.
But yeah, it was because I remember that's what we talked. One of the things we talked about, because she worked at the Mighty Taco on Main Street near the Eastern Hills Mall. She worked at that Mighty Taco. And I asked her, I'm like, oh, you work at the Mighty Taco over there. This is when I was working in at the JCPenney's.
Yeah, I do hear she was singing music. She's playing music, rather. She was also playing music cleaning out the car as well. So I wonder where she's going. I'm taking a look at the background and I'm going to figure it out. I can pretty much figure out where she is.
And I was like, oh, you work at that Mighty Taco? She's like, yeah. I'm like, so did they have to close that Mighty Taco because of the plane crash? She's like, no, they didn't, but everything across the street is closed. I'm like, oh, okay. But so it was like, so you look up when that plane crash happened in Buffalo.
Oh, she did went to the outhouse earlier. There you go. Party time.
What's this?
Oh, what was in there? Show the goods.
Yeah.
Yo, you really need
Got
gloves.
some weed.
Whatever happened to your gloves, DLF? Remember when I told you when you're gonna dive, you gotta get some gloves? Whatever happened to those gloves?
What's this? Juice?
Did she really? Nancy P says that's funny because Chantal named her fupa the Mighty Taco.
Yeah, it's too beat up. I was gonna take that box too, but it looks too beat up. It was like a little safe, but it was too beat up. So anyway, I was already dating Amy, I believe, at the time.
Okay.
So to ask me if I'm gay
Sup, hey, Valos J.
is this kind of dumb. It's like why can't you just I was like why can't you just ask me like a normal person? Why you gotta be all weird about it? Because it's like,
Right, one small moose, outhouse trip, then a road trip. Geez, I wonder where she's going. I already have an idea.
if you're gonna say hot little girl and all that, you know, just to say if I'm gay.
I mean, could she name it the Mighty Taco? I guess so.
You know, why don't you just ask me? Why does it have to be the weirdest thing possible?
Desiree saying it was like 400 for battery. Okay, I'll go with that. Oh, really, Erin? You're not kidding, are you? About Mighty Taco?
It's like, why does it have to be like the weirdest possible exchange of words, you know? Because you're not, you know, here's the way I see it. If you're gonna ask me if I'm gay, it's like, first of all, why does it matter if I'm gay or not? Is it really gonna make that much of a fucking difference? Second of all,
why is
asking me something like that, makes no sense.
Right, you're going in circles,
and the
DLF.
reason being is because, all right, let's say I said, yeah, Hannah Montana's hot. And I agreed with my dad. First of all, he's trying to set me up to make me look like a pedophile.
Really?
You know? And that ain't right.
All right, next spot, next stop. Hopefully, new conversation.
And what if I didn't find Hannah Montana to be attractive?
Panda asks, has Roman committed this to Sunday yet, Monty? I have not heard from Roman at all. Hopefully I will, though. I just hope.
Oh, what if I didn't find her to be attractive? Would that make me gay? So it's either I say no and I'm gay, or I say yes and I'm a fucking pedophile. Right?
No.
That's the way I see it. Then my mom's like, oh, you just had shitty taste in television. Yeah, I know that. He does. I know that. I know. I understand it fully. He does have bad taste in TV, and so does your fucking brother. When you really want to get down to it, and so do you. So does my mother. She has shitty taste in TV as well.
True, Kelly L. Very true.
Because that's all my mom watches is like fucking
Cold turkey.
E.
Do a Fupa reveal. Fupa reveal, huh?
That's all my mom watches is like E. So she'll watch like, oh, what the fuck? She'll watch like TMZ and shit, and it's just like,
I'm trying to figure that out, Susie.
you gotta be fucking shit.
From what my understanding, it looks like she's headed east. So she's either gonna head into Cornwall or head into Montreal, but she is definitely headed east.
With this, like, she doesn't really watch anything good. All the movies she watches are like chick flicks. Like, she watches a lot of
Thanks, Susie. Thumbs up, everybody. I'd appreciate the help. Thank you.
she watches a lot of Hugh Grant movies. You know what I'm saying? This type of woman. What was that movie she was watching? I think it was called like 2 Weeks Notice or something.
Thank you, Kelly L.
Another one I think she was watching was called like In Her Shoes. And I'm like, you have shitty taste in TV as well. And so does your brother with the General Hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. One small moose.
With the that's what we were watching when we were in jail. So
Whatever happened to Tina Pigeon? Last I heard of Tina Pigeon, she was in FFG's chat the day after the incident.
somebody was actually watching Speed Week, and I laughed my ass off. And you know it's also funny. We got these now in jail. We got these tablets where you could you don't get the full internet, okay? So I can't just go on YouTube in my cell and start doing a live stream.
And the LF says, "Hey Monty, why didn't you get on Mama Scrunch's case when she says broad or the R word? She's why I talk the way I do." Really, you're gonna blame that on your mom now?
I don't think those tablets have cameras on them. Okay, so I can't just do a live stream in jail. But
you don't need to do a live stream with a camera. You could always do audio only, right?
Like, you can't even get a web browser.
See you later, Nancy C.
I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look this up when I get back. I'm gonna see if there's any way. I want to see if there's any way to hack those jail tablets.
Okay, hacker DLF arc coming in. MacGyver here. Hacking.
I want to see if there's
tablets.
any way to jailbreak the jail tablets.
Gemini, as far as I know, the fight is still on. Whether or not the fight is on or off, I am still going to go to Ottawa on Sunday.
That's what they call it, right? Because I have a feeling those tablets from jail can be jailbroken. I just gotta figure out how.
I'm gonna guarantee there's safeguards against that because I'm sure somebody has thought up the idea that somebody else has thought up the idea to jailbreak those tablets. Hey, Nurse M. What's up, Carly D TV? Welcome. If he thinks it's so easy to jailbreak those tablets, he has another thing coming to him. It probably has that software. What's it called again?
Like basically what you can get on the tablet is they have an app on there so that you can get commissary. So you can order commissary. Like you don't even have to go up to the kiosk. Now you can just order commissary like whenever. Like you could use the tablet to make phone calls. You know, that sort of thing.
Right, Christy?
So instead of using the communal jail phone, a lot of times when I was speaking to my mom on the phone, I was just laying in my cell talking to her through my tablet.
Okay, that's cool. Am I gonna hook up with Foodie Beauty? No, but I might bring along S-Jam, and he has a fancy for Foodie Beauty. He's supposed to be my corner man for the fight on Sunday. I'm still talking him into it though, so we'll see. If he does accept, I'm gonna have to go to Kitchener-Waterloo area, pick him up, and I'll have a buddy for the drive all the way to Ottawa.
So it's like shit like that. They have like a media store you can go on, and they have like games. They have games on there that you can buy. You know, they're just shitty tablet games. There's a couple good ones, but
why are we talking about a tablet, DLF?
Like I wish they would have, because I know the Final Fantasy games, they're all on tablet. All of them are on the tablet, but they don't have those ones available. If they did have the Final Fantasy games, I'd buy them all.
Yeah, exactly. Peeps, the little chickens candy. Yeah. Can you get those and commissary?
Or the Dragon Quest games. But they also have like music and movies and shit. And all the movies are shit. Like they're all like censored versions. They don't have many good movies on there. And the music, you can get pretty much any album you want on there, except that, you know, if the album has any, it doesn't even have to be the lyrics. It can just be, it's just the song title.
So okay.
So like if the song title itself has the word suicide on it, you can't get it. Like they won't let you down if you. So like there's a song by Ozzy Osbourne, and it's called Suicide Solution. And I'm pretty sure
All
that
right,
song
natural.
itself is about suicide. But it's like,
Oh. All right, what else?
it's like other things though. It's like any song title that has the word rape in it, you can't get.
I mean, these are kind of obvious. that is obvious to me, DLF. That you can't get titles talking about grape or offing yourself or red rumming somebody. Anything that has like maybe I don't know the name of some certain types of drugs in the title. Kind of obvious.
So it's like if you got like Tomb of the Mutilated, right?
Yeah.
They take off the track. I think they take the tracks I Come Blood and entrails ripped from a virgin's cunt. Oh, but
Right, PDF.
necropedophile stays, right? Yeah, the song that literally has a lyric in the song. So the song that has the lyric, there's a lyric in that song that goes, "Your dead child I defiled, necropedophile." Yeah, that's 100% fine. And I'm like, I was like looking at this Ozzy album.
Then what happened?
And I was trying to, because it said that one of the songs wasn't available. And I'm just trying to think, what song is that? What song is that?
Right, Lynn Smith, exactly. Like, why would you even think of looking or trying to search for or getting these titles of these songs?
And then I realized, and then I'm like,
Exactly, Janine.
playing the album in my head, trying to figure out the song, and I feel, oh, that's Suicide Solution. But anyway, so anything that says the word suicide in it, they just take off. It doesn't matter if it's like, oh, it doesn't matter if it's a song called like you know that song. There's I think it's Napalm Death.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had a song called like "Proud to Commit Commercial Suicide" or something like that.
Why are we still
It's
on
not even
this?
about like killing yourself. It's about like people say, oh, commercial suicide. Yeah, it just means you're like killing your career pretty much. So, like, they'll take that song off. They'll take that song off just because it has the word suicide in it. I was like looking at Jethro Tull, and because I like that Thick as a Brick album, but in this, like when you get Thick as a Brick, there's only 2 songs on the album.
I'm sure, for sure, PDF Algebra. I mean, if you are in SEG, some people might find it a hobby to look at, what they cannot get in prison tablets. I'm sure DLF did this. He knows exactly what to get, what you can't get, what you should get. He is a bona fide Niagara County Jail OG. Bona fide.
It's actually supposed to be one long song, but because of the way the vinyl record is made, they had to do it like one song on one side, the next song on the next side. But in the jail version, there's like 20 songs on this thing. And I guess what they do is that they split the songs. They split the two songs into many songs.
Yeah, the
They
fiend,
split
he
the
does.
song into many songs.
Yeah, we get
And
it.
they make you buy each part individually. So if you just want to buy two songs, if you want to buy that album, like normally you would just buy two songs. But in jail they like to milk that money out of you.
Okay.
So you have to buy like 20 different songs that make up this one song that you would get outside. You can see what I'm saying? And it was weird too, because they all had like legitimate names on them for the songs too. But I can't remember any of them. Because I just know it as side 1, side 2.
All right. Is he off of this?
And then, so like I was trying to say, we got all kinds of movies and shit on the tablets. I didn't buy a single one because you don't buy the movies, you rent them.
Yeah.
So you gotta pay $10 you gotta pay $10 so that you can get a censored version of a movie.
Uh-huh.
And you don't even get to keep the movie. It's like you watch the movie once and it like deletes itself.
Yeah, and you gotta buy it again? The travesty of it all.
It's one of those things.
DLF says keep listening. But should we though? Or should we call it quits right now and maybe do a part 2? How about that? I think I'm gonna go get something to eat. We are just over an hour, so we'll just do a part 2 later on this evening. So catch it if you can. If not, it's all good. It's all okay. And I better go get something to eat. I gotta figure out where the hell Foodie Beauty is, to be honest with you. It seems she is still heading east. I just gotta figure out by the roads where exactly she is and if she's on her way to Lachine or Cornwall or somewhere. But she's been traveling for a while. So it either has to be one of the two, Cornwall or Montreal. Mostly Montreal. Now, is she heading to Nether or is she heading elsewhere? Other than that, smash that like button. I would really appreciate that. I'm going to do a video, hopefully I can, on Foodie Beauty and what's been happening with her. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Remember the GoFundMe for Ray Ray. And I'm out. And I'll see you in maybe 3 or 4 hours later on tonight. Take care. Have a good one. And if I don't see you, well, I guess I'll see you another time. All right, here's Ray Ray's GoFundMe. Actually, you know what? Let me put that up on the screen because we haven't been getting that much. And you know how some people are visual, right? So here's Ray Ray's GoFundMe. She needs your help. So if you can help, please help. We'd both really appreciate it. So she has undergone her second brain surgery to remove a brain tumor. It's a recurring grade 2 astrocytoma. And she's already done 6 weeks of radiation. She is either in the midst of a rest period right now or she started chemotherapy recently. And you can take a look at her update. She does also have a YouTube page. You can take a look at her pictures to know like this is a very legitimate GoFundMe campaign. And if you can help or even share, and if you can't help, maybe with $5 or more, or you can't share, then at least you can maybe send some prayers. But thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you. And I'll see you another time. Take care. Have a good one. And bye-bye.